The gale screamed across Ison 4's diamond dust plains, a ceaseless knife of 120 degrees C air that stripped heat from steel. Lieutenant Arjun Rathore stood alone beneath starlight, the violet nebula of the Perseus Rift glowing like a bruise overhead. His dropship, mauled by micrometeors, lay half-buried 2 kilometers behind him. Its distress beacons sputtered on fumes. He should have been hunting shelter and conserving power. Instead, he found her. She knelt in the snow like a statue fractured from some fallen monument. Tall, silver-skinned, wrapped in shattered plates of bio-armor that once radiated warmth. Frost ringed her lips. Crystalline hair clung to her cheeks. "Help! Please!" she whispered, words trembling into vapor he could almost see shatter. Then, with sudden steadiness far too formal for a dying stranger, she repeated, "If you protect me from the cold, I will reward you, human." Arjun's first instinct was to triage, conserve resources, save himself. But the HFY charter, the ethic that had carried humankind from Sol to the rim, burned louder. "We leave no sentient behind." He plunged a thermal spike into the ice, unfolding its radiant halo, and eased his last survival cloak over her shoulders. His suit alarms howled, heat reserves fell into the red. The woman's lavender eyes widened as warmth kissed her skin. "You relinquish your protection for a stranger?" "For a person," Arjun corrected, forcing levity through chattering teeth. She pressed a palm to the cloak, and circuitry flared alive. The ragged panels of her own armor knit like living glass, siphoning his cloak's heat and multiplying it. A minute later, a dome of auroral light rose around them, a projected thermal shield far beyond Terran science. Arjun's visor fogged from the sudden change. The woman straightened, no longer fragile but formidable, and for the first time he saw the sigil on her breastplate, a fractal snowflower imperial crest of the Cryothan matriarchy. He swallowed. The Cryothan Empire was myth on the rim, an isolationist civilization that mastered cold quantum fields, rumored to bend comets into sculptures for sport. Their borders were sealed tight as neutronium, and he just saved their princess or empress for all he knew. "I am Irisa, steward of the crown shard," she said, bowing with warrior grace. "Your sacrifice will not go unspoken." Arjun chuckled, breath steaming in the newfound warmth. "Let's postpone the commendations until we survive the night. My beacon won't last an hour, and I'm fresh out of ships." Irisa tilted her head. "Then I shall repay you now." She tapped a slender wrist console. Space peeled open, no flare, no thunder, just the quiet folding of probability. A crystalline corvette, sleek as a snowborn shark, descended on anti-grav fins. Its hull glimmered with frost runic veins. Boarding ramps sighed open, spilling luminescent haze. Arjun whistled. "That's handy." Inside, the corvette's core was a cathedral of ice lit from within, every curve grown rather than forged. Nanofluid conduits pulsed beneath transparent decks. Irisa guided him to the command pit where holograms bloomed, constant telemetry of fractal star routes. She gestured, and his suit diagnostics filled the air, life signs dropping, hypothermia flirting. With a flick, she infused his suit with nanotherm filaments. Warmth flooded him like summer rain. "Not bad for a reward," Arjun muttered, flexing warming fingers. But the sensor array spoke a grimmer language. 2 blips streaked in, radar signatures, heat leeches that preyed on crash victims. Irisa's lips thinned. "They are following my beacon fragments. If they board, both our people suffer." Arjun cracked his neck. "Then let's show them what happens when you corner a human and a Cryothan in the same cockpit." He took gunnery, she took helm. The corvette vaulted skyward, spearing auroras. Raiders gave chase, dagger-hulled, firing thermal disruptors that ripped violet scars through night. Arjun rolled ion turrets wide. HFY doctrine favored audacity. Hit first, hit bold, never relent. He overcharged capacitors, letting them scream past safe limits, and drove twin lances of plasma through the lead Raider's engines. The ship blossomed into blue shards. The second Raider hooked beneath them, grappling claws ready. Irisa inverted gravity wells, flipping the corvette like a coin. Arjun's stomach tried to exit through his helmet, but his aim held. A micro-torpedo left the bay and detonated on the claw. The Raider spun off, vanishing into the atmosphere in a comet of molten debris. Silence returned, expansive, victorious. Irisa exhaled, shoulders easing. "Human ferocity is exhilarating." Arjun grinned. Likewise, Cryothan ingenuity. Hours later, in orbit, rescue frigates from both factions arrived, Terran med vessels flanked by Cryothan crystal barges. Diplomats had spent decades begging for what now unfolded organically in one shared moment. Soldiers of two civilizations standing side by side, trading blankets, ration bars, and awkward smiles across language barriers bridged by universal translators. High above the churn of relief efforts, Irasa met Arjun on an observation deck. Stars spilled beyond the viewport, silent witnesses. "You asked for a reward, Majesty," Arjun teased gently. "I think saving my hide twice covers it." "That was duty," she replied. "The reward is bigger." She produced a shard of translucent ice humming with quantum frost, the crown shard, cornerstone of Cryothan power. "By ancient right, I name you Winter Brother, the first human so honored. With it comes right of passage through our realms and a seat at any council where the matriarchy speaks." Arjun accepted the shard, feeling its cold burn like purposeful fire. "Then maybe," he said softly, "we can make sure no one freezes alone again." Irasa's smile was all aurora. And somewhere in the endless night between stars, the universe tilted just a little toward warmth.